there's a lot of moments that I believe we can use as teachable moments. And sometimes there are just moments where you just have to look and you just have to just ask yourself, was it worth it? In the situation that you got yourself in, was that worth it? Now, let's go ahead and look at this clip from this Fani Willis here.
Area briefly.
Yes, sir.
You had contact with Mr. Wade in the year 2020, correct?
Ooh, I had some contact with Mr. Wade.
Would you explain when you say some contact? Please tell us, talking about 2020.
I had some contact with Mr. Wade in 2020. One of the reasons your allegations are so preposterous, or Miss Merchants that you have joined, is...
Ma'am, I didn't ask you about the allegations. I asked you about your contact. That's all I ask you, okay? I appreciate that you want to say something, but I'm interested in...
Well, she's so eager to want to talk. Look at her. She can't even handle it. Look at her. Look at her. She can't even handle not being able to explain herself. Look at her.
Did you have contacts with Mr. Wade in 2020? And your answer so far has been yes, correct?
Very limited contact because Mr. Wade had a form of cancer that makes your allegations somewhat ridiculous.
I do appreciate the characterization.
I'm not going to emasculate a black man, but I'm just telling you.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm not going to emasculate a black man. Did you understand that?
Did y'all hear what I just heard? Wow.
Well, I don't think we should discuss.
No. No. No, 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 no. Guys, dude. Whew. Okay. So she basically just told the court that she had limited contact with Nathan Wade in that year, 2022. She says the reason why she had limited contact was because he had a form of cancer, okay? And that cancer, she basically said that cancer has made a lot of the allegations that people have been making towards her ridiculous. Now, I'm going to translate that for the people that don't understand, you know, that don't understand code talk. She basically just said that, and this isn't funny at all. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not funny. It's really sad. Like, it's messed up that she would do this, and I'm gonna be real. But she basically just told everybody that he got ED because he was sick. So it was like, we couldn't do nothing. But then she goes back behind it and says that she's not going to emasculate him. But everybody knows, but most grown people know what that means. And it's just like, what? Are you serious? You couldn't have just left it at, you couldn't, out of all the times, you just have to over-explain that. And I remember hearing her say that she thought that their friendship would be cemented. But it's like, now the world knew you had ED, Nathan. Was it worth it? Was it worth it, Nathan? That's messed up. I'm gonna just be real. That's messed up. That's messed up. I'm sorry. That's cold-blooded. Miss Fani, you cold-blooded.
Mr. Sato, next question.
Trying to, Your Honor. Would you tell us on the occasions in 2020
Look at how smug she is.
that you had contact with Mr. Wade.
I'm sorry, I thought I had answered that. Yes, yes, sir. There were times in 2020 I had contact, but 2020 was a year I was running
I said 2022. I'm sorry. I meant 2020.
for office. It was a year that he was going through some serious medical issues, and I did not have much contact, but I certainly had contact with him in 2020.
Did you
It
go
wasn't-
out to eat with him?
Maybe, probably.
Did you visit him in any location, his office, or did he visit you in your office in 2020?
I am sure I'm sure. Ooh, that's a very good question. I'm sure he came to.
And just for guys that, if you wonder why I'm taking it to the ED level, because in case you haven't realized, I don't believe it. I don't believe them. I don't believe them. And I'm about to do a video about Nathan Wade. Well, you know what? I would just go ahead and just play that after this. We're going to do them both. Because something was going on between the two of them. Something was going on between the two of them allegedly. And I'm not gonna sit there and speculate or lie, or you know what I mean. I don't know, like I don't know what was going on, but it was something, and that's a reason why they don't want that coming out. I'm just saying, that's just common sense.
750 in 2020.
750
was my office.
Okay.
Not often, but maybe once or twice. Maybe I went to his office once or twice, but maybe once.
And
I'm also open to the possibility that, you know what I mean, maybe I'm off. Let me know. That's what I heard.
the purpose for going to his office would have been what?
Maybe we would have went to Mellow Mushrooms for pizza, or maybe he would have come for lunch. I'm sure we went by each other's office though, but not often, not a lot. We both grinding, trying to make a living.
Wait, I understand what you've said about the cancer, and I'm not going into that. But when you were going out with him to restaurants, or when he would come to your office, right? Those were not sterile environments, were they?
Oh, very sterile, because it
The
was.
restaurants were sterile environments?
A lot of times we wouldn't eat there. We would pick up something and go in, but they were.
I'm listening to you. You pick up and take it to where?
Maybe eat at our office, but it did not happen much. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. And my office in 2020, nobody was coming in. I was stir crazy, so I would still go into my office. You remember when I started this, I said, I am not even sure if we came to each other's offices, but I am trying to be over cautious. So I think I can recall him at 750 a couple of times. I just think I can recall him at 750 once, but let's say twice.
I had enough. I can't listen through all this again. I'm just saying. I mean, at the end of the day, if she was implying what I think that she was implying, then she's cold blooded. And I'm gonna just ask you, Nathan, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Guys, I'm just going to be honest. This is why you've heard me say sometimes that women can be a man's worst enemy. Because if she really was, like I said, if she was implying what I think that she was implying, it's not a good look. And at the end of the day, I mean, you know what I mean? Y'all supposed to be fighting this together. I mean, but at the end of the day, this is really just a big shit show. And like, I'm gonna be honest, like, it's just like watching an episode of Suits. Harvey, come in and save the day. We need you, brother.